And we are live. So for today's live stream, we're back with Ask Karen, which is where I interview other coaches, consultants, therapists, and healers, so that they can, because the title coach or title consultant could mean so many different things. And so everybody is doing things slightly different. They're helping different, specifically different people. So this is a chance for them to share a little bit about what they do and who they help. And then also as training for you guys, for other coaches and consultants out there that may be struggling to build their clientele or build a business online using social media. And you know what? You might be all having the same questions. So rather than try and answer everybody's questions, we'll do it in one sitting. So, well, thank you, Rex, for being here. And if you could share with the audience a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Thank you, Karen, for having me on your talk show on Ask Karen. Really appreciate it. So I'm in the process of becoming a transformational coach. I'm studying a 9-month course called Elementum, and that's kind of getting me where I need to go. And I'm being encouraged to start coaching people. I've already learned a massive amount about trauma, emotional release, the law of emergence, and many, many more. So a bit about myself. But just under a year and a half ago, I admitted to the world around me that I was really struggling with addiction. So I went into rehab, and when I was in rehab, I started to really enjoy helping people around me and seeing them grow and kind of allowing them to get to the answers themselves whilst just holding space for them to do it. I think that's where I started to love the idea of coaching. Still had no idea what coaching was, excuse me, or kind of what it really involved, but just that kind of holding that space and allowing them to get there, I really loved. So then got sober, worked the 12 steps, and it's part of the reason why I want to work with people who are in recovery is because I've been through it myself, and I know very well how hard it can be and how you have good days and bad days, and also how it's a bit contrary, but how limiting it can be. I felt very kind of boxed in so after the 12 steps. Yes, it was brilliant when I needed it, but I didn't feel there was anything kind of moving forward. And I want to be there for those people who get through the 12 steps, but feel they're not kind of moving it forward in the way they want to move. That's what I'm here to facilitate.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's really a lot, what next? What now? Right?
Yeah, that. What next? So you've got kind of as far as you think you can get, but you're not really sure where you want to go next. I would love to guide you to that and just hold space and allow us to figure it out together.
Fantastic. And because of and it's interesting, isn't it? I think possibly I would have said, the majority of the coaches out there, it's interesting that they've ended up being coaches because there has been something that they have had a challenge with in the past where, all sorts of things, got over it or been helped through it, and then decided that actually, okay, so they've got to where they want to be, and now they go back and want to be able to help people that have had a similar experience. So I can completely understand why you want to go back and help other people with addiction specifically. And obviously, they're going to be able to open up and share with you a lot more than somebody who obviously hasn't had any kind of experience, right?
Yeah, I completely agree. So even with my sponsor and other people in the rehab center, being able to share with them and know they might not know exactly what I've been through, but they know very similar how I was feeling. And just having that recognition and just that recognition of people saying, okay, I know where you're at. There's no judgment here. I'm accepting you for who you are. I can hold you in this without budging, and then we can go through it. Instead of, I had a massive fear of opening up to people because I thought they wouldn't be able to handle what I held inside. Whereas now I understand that very well, and I encourage people to give me their weight, their load, so then I can just hold it for them, and we can start unpacking it together.
Love that. And it's quite interesting, the words you chose there, judgment. It's funny, isn't it, that we tend to either judge ourselves or feel or perceive that we are going to be judged. I mean, that's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, incredibly massive. Yeah, we always judge ourselves, and if we're not judging ourselves, we're judging other people to protect ourselves from judging ourselves.
Right.
We'll judge them. Okay, I'm gonna judge you because it makes me feel better about myself. And in reality, I'm judging myself for doing this certain thing.
There you go. So it is something that we all need to really sort of focus on. That, you know, we've got there should be no judgment. We need to, you know, accept what is. That's actually, I did a video on that training last week. Actually, it is what it is. When we can finally accept.
Yeah.
Come, you know, it's okay. We're all human, right? We all make mistakes. We all do things maybe we might not have wanted to do in the past. I don't believe that there's anybody out there that hasn't. Come on, they've got to be telling porkies, right? We're all human. It's all right.
Yeah, it is very, very natural to judge. It's just if you continue to judge and not, even when you're aware of judging, if you keep judging, then that's a problem. If you notice when you're judging, I still judge people, but I'm a lot quicker to catch myself in that judgment than I ever was before. And then I start, what am I actually needing in this moment? What am I trying to get out of this judgment? What am I needing in myself? What space am I needing to fill from that judgment?
Awareness. There you go. Something that's again, when we're aware, that's the only way we're going to change, right? Because otherwise people are just doing it automatically, and it's auto response to do it. Once you're aware of actually what you're doing, then you have the power to change it. Love that. So all the best with that. So if anybody's going through anything right now, needs somebody to just talk to, just reach out. If you're watching this, we'll have Rex's links down below. But otherwise, if anybody's just hearing this, how can they get in touch with you?
So if I've got an Instagram page. It's at Befriend Your Beast. Basically, Befriend Your Beast, all one word. And that there is the best way to reach me.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool. So, do you have any specific now? You're going out into the big wide world, and you are looking for clients, build your clientele, using social media, doing it online. Are there any challenges that you're currently having, and any specific questions you have for me?
Yeah. So I think the thing I've been struggling with most is sort of reaching more people, because I recently cleaned out my whole social media. And I'm struggling having as wide of a reach as I would like to. So I'm wondering how can I increase my reach to people across the world?
Right. So basically growing your audience, because I suppose when anybody starts a business using social media, especially using their Facebook profile, or even, it doesn't matter if you've started a business page, because what tends to happen is you just invite all your friends and family, which doesn't actually serve you, because they may not be your ideal target audience. So it's actually not helping doing that. So you've done the right thing, not just for, I can understand why you would want to sort of remove friends and family if they had any sort of connection with your past. But even for anybody out there who is any kind of coach consultant, it would be good to go over and clean out the friends and family. Maybe not family, you want to keep them close, but people that aren't going to be in your target audience. If they're close friends, obviously that's fine. But because at the end of the day, what we got to remember when we're using these social media platforms is that if you're doing business, they want you to spend money on advertising. So if you're going to do this using your profile, you want the posts that you're posting up, maybe the videos that you're doing, maybe the lives that you're doing, to reach a wider audience. So in order for that to happen, there needs to be some kind of interaction. Facebook love engagement. So the more engagement, more people engage on certain posts. The next time you post, Facebook is going to show it to more people. Okay. That's just within the people that are in your network currently. Okay. So that's one thing. So what do you do to actually grow your audience of your ideal customer or client? Well, you need to really sort of narrow down to who you want to reach. What type of person are you? So for you personally, your specific audience is people that are currently going through, you know, they currently have an addiction. Are they men, women?
The people I'm targeting are people who have had a small sort of gap, bit of recovery under the belt, and they're wanting to unpack their addictive tendencies so they don't go back. They're wanting to learn a bit more about the reasons why they became addicts.
Okay, so that is a very specific niche. So really, one thing to you've got to work out, where are they hanging out on social media? Where are they? What types of groups are they in? And so that's going to be very, very specific. And so any coach or consultant out there, therapist or healer, that is, you've got to find a way to really narrow down that specific avatar and even create a name for them, right? So as though you're only speaking to them, one person. If you're speaking to everybody in general, the message is going to get lost. So then you've got to think, well, somebody that it is like that, where are they going? Who are they listening to? What other groups are they going to be joining in? Because, so your particular person is going to be on a specific place in their healing journey, right? So you don't want them here, you don't want them there. You want them very, very specific. So, you've got to look at, okay, where else could they be looking? Where else could they be searching? What other groups? And then go and find them. Go to where they're at. Okay. And if they are posting on social media, go and give value to them. If they're asking questions, if they're and go and actually comment. Not try and sell. Not so you're not going, oh yes, come and talk to me. I offer this. No. Don't try and sell. Just try and help. And without any attachment to the outcome. I can remember one of my coaches many years ago said, be married to the process, but divorced from the result. We've got to be detached from the result. So you've got to just go and give. Basically, go and give some love. I suppose that's the advice. Go and give some love. You do that consistently, they're going to come and check you out. Now, the thing is how do you monitor that? Because are you going to forget? So I would say either use a spreadsheet, or my personal favorite is something that's called a Trello board. And be very specific, because, everybody says the fortune's in the follow-up, right? It's not going to happen overnight. It's about nurturing, okay? And it's about continuing to give value. But if you're not monitoring this, what gets measured gets managed, right? If you're not monitoring this, you won't know where you are. You won't know who you went and gave some love to, as it were, right? So monitor it so that okay, you went and gave some love yesterday, right? Maybe go and do it tomorrow again. Maybe have a back gap, do it again the following day. So you're sort of just giving. It's like drip feeding. They will then come and check you out. And as long as, if I was to come to your Facebook profile now, would I know exactly what you do?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Are there any links on there?
There were. I've posted every day for the past week, advertising myself with different little tips and tricks to use. And then I'm running a deal for the next 23 days.
Okay. So you can be careful of, all I'd say is they don't like outside links. So be careful of putting them in your posts. Maybe put them in the comments. They want to keep you in Facebook. That think of it from Facebook's point of view. They want to keep you all on Facebook. So outside links, be careful. But there are other ways of doing it, like your whole cover image. If someone is to click on that image, there's a section that you can fill out some information, and then you could add a link in there. Okay. So if anybody's going to be a bit nosy, because they're like, who is this guy? He's like giving out great advice. Who is he? They'll come and check you out. So it's all about trying to attract your ideal customer to you. without trying to be pushy, without trying to push anything on them. And then it's down to them. If they're going to send you a message, then you can continue the conversation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I had someone reach out to me on one of the Facebook groups the other day. I was a bit confused because he was genuine. He wanted to help me out, asking nothing and basically asking nothing back. And I was like, okay, where's he going? But I think he was just being genuine. And I was a lot.
And it is about that. I think this is why I say detach yourself and just do it for the giving without any expectation that you're going to get anything back. Because it is about, I don't know whether you know anything about me, but I'm very much about energy. It's all about, and I just, the way I see it as some people will, some people won't. I'll attract my tribe. Look, not everyone's going to listen to me. I'm that mad girl with pink hair. Do you know what? But that's okay. It's okay. And when we get over this wanting to deal with absolutely everybody and just give, the right people will come to you. So again, it's all about detaching yourself from the outcome and just going and giving some love.
Exactly. And I'd rather work with people who inspire me than just anyone I can.
There you go. It's who you resonate with. And it's okay when we get over this. Not everyone is going to resonate with me. I'm all right with that. It's okay. We work with who we want to work with. Yeah. So does that answer your question? Does that help?
That helps a lot. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And everybody out there, again, do the same. It's, everybody's going to have different skill sets, different ways of doing things. But that is going to be the way to do it, because how else are you going to grow your audience on social media? How else are you going to find people that are going to resonate with you? So, it is a slow process, but I know everybody hates spreadsheets and they hate that side of it. But if you're not monitoring it, you can't do the follow-up. And the fortune is in the follow-up. So I hope that helps. Hope that helps the listeners out there. I'll be back in a couple of days.